Hey, we give things up during Lent as a declaration that Jesus is better than anything. He's better than any food, than any entertainment, anything we could ever have. But it's also an expression of our humility before Him. When we give something up, we're humbling ourselves before Him, saying that we want to grow in a relationship with Him and we want more of Him.
What is fasting?
Fasting, it may sound like a fancy word, but it's a spiritual discipline. It's just a practice of giving something up, whether food or something else, for a set period of time for the sake of growing in our intimacy with Jesus.
You kind of answered it, but why do we fast?
Hey, we fast for the sake of growing in intimacy with Jesus. Whenever we fast, we are humbling ourselves before Him. We are letting go of things that we usually crave and that usually bring us satisfaction for the sake of something so much better, which is the presence of Jesus and Jesus Himself. And so we're saying that Jesus is better, and we're humbling ourselves before Him for the sake of growing closer with Him.
Life is hard. Why should I make it harder by giving something up for Lent?
Hey, I think that's a great question. And Lent really is an opportunity for us to identify with the suffering of Jesus. You know, the Bible talks about Him as a suffering servant, the one that lived the life that we could not live and went to the cross and suffered the death that we should suffer so that we could have eternal life. And so Jesus' greatest suffering is what brought us victory. And as we do that during Lent, we also get to live in the anticipation of His victory and His resurrection. And we know that as hard as the things that we face right now can be, we also know that they will pale in comparison to the restoration that He will bring, and that the joy and the hope that we have in the gospel. Yeah, so especially during this Lenten season, I want to encourage you to give this a try. Ask the Lord for something that you can give up, not for the sake of earning anything from Him, but for the sake of growing in your intimacy with Him, whether that's food or entertainment, doing that for a set period of time for the sake of dedicating those moments to prayer and to being in His presence.